The finals just got some brand new confirmations with the Summer Games Fest. We also have some updates to yesterday's video as well as some of the Easter egg stuff. We have some more community feedback and discussion around the new meta changes. We'll go over some of the ending things with Season 2, as well as a whole bunch more. What's up world, it's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things the final. Okay, so first up, the big news there for the promotion work as well as some of the stuff happening with Season 3 of the finals. They will actually be at the Summer Games Fest. This was all essentially confirmed by the recent Summer Games Fest trailer. I'll link to its entirety down below, although the finals was showcased 3 times during this trailer. So more than likely at this point we're going to get some Season 3 details as well as some marketing push at the Summer Games Fest. I'll showcase all the visuals that were shown off during the Summer Games Fest, however nothing was new there with that. So there wasn't any teasers per se during the Summer Games Fest trailer aside from just showing that the finals will more than likely be there. But this is really good news and the confirmations there with that I thought that I would share with you. The trailer is very fresh, it just came out today, so again if you want to check it out I will link to it down below. We do have some updates from yesterday's video as well as some of the Easter egg stuff happening there. Now of course we did have those findings of the 3-headed monkeys, however there was a few new findings there with that and even developers stepping in to kind of correct some things that were going on. So essentially there was supposed to be 7 monkeys or 7 3-headed monkeys that were showcased throughout the map. So the reason why this was an issue is a lot of people were on low settings or the lowest settings for the finals itself, meaning that they weren't able to find one of the last 3-headed monkeys, which we have some updates from Rob here going over the situation that's happening with that. So first up here, Rob said this should not be the case, just looked at all 7 monkeys currently in game. They all work in Epic, but 1 work in all settings. Looks like it's due to the parallax on the road. They were all supposed to be seen on all different graphic settings. However, there was an issue there with one of them only being able to be seen on the lowest graphic setting, where they were all supposed to be seen in Epic graphic settings or on the Epic graphic setting itself, where Rob even had to at one of his developers and ask if the Z offset or the Z depth was set correctly for this graphic. This artist had to start up the editor to check and verify that it was all set correctly, but Rob here said this might have been a bug floor issue. Again, Rob did say there were 7 monkeys in game and someone asked if there are only 7 monkeys currently in the game. He did quote this saying currently in the game. Rob and this developer went back and forth, but they ended up saying that they owe the EE Hunters some hidden room in a future map dedicated to them because of this. Rob also did showcase where this monkey was that was on the road in the editor itself, and he also went on to say sorry for all of this and thank you for reporting. We do all the EEs in their spare time because they love the community. Sometimes they mess up, but as soon as there's a hidden EE room they'll let us know. So of course this isn't on developer time. A lot of this Easter egg stuff that they do is on their own time and just what they love for the community. It's cool to see how passionate these developers are, especially the founder himself. Again, making sure that these Easter eggs actually do happen and verifying them, and just how involved he gets on the Discord as well as the community itself and the Easter egg channels. So there has been those updates there with the 3-headed monkeys that I thought I'd let you guys know. And so far it does look like 5 monkeys have been found, so they're still working on those last 2. Again, once all those are found, I'm sure Rockhound will have an updated video and guide on that, and I'll be sure to update you guys on that as well. We do have some ending things and ending thoughts about Season 2. And if you didn't know, Season 2 will end in just 9 days. So make sure you are working on that Battle Pass stuff. Again, we do have those Battle Pass bonuses and contract bonuses to the XP, so you should be able to get to that fairly easy. There was also some stuff I actually missed with Season 2. So this post here about the CNS face paint, it's actually an anti-facial recognition or anti-AI facial recognition design. That's the reason why you see the CNS with this sort of pattern on their face. It's because they're actually trying to hide from that facial recognition software. Get some really cool stuff there with the lore and just kind of playing into real life things. Definitely something that I missed before, but I'm really cool to know that this is what it was now. And just kind of showcases how in-depth this game actually does cover that stuff. We've also had those ending meta changes with Season 2, which a lot of discussion right now is around the throwing knives. I know I've been using a lot of my footage around throwing knives because they've been so fun to use. Although the light meta has been in discussion for a very long time. I do agree that the throwing knives did get a little bit over buffed, but I still think it's really fun for them to do some meta changes and some last second changes before Season 3. Especially because we're going to be getting new weapons for all different classes. There's probably going to be a lot of meta changes and they're probably more than likely going to revert the throwing knife changes or at least maybe push it down to where it wasn't as buffed as it is now. Then again, it finally feels nice for light to be able to outplay a heavy and a medium. We'll have to wait and see on everything. Again, I'm enjoying it for right now, especially before this week's patch. If we do end up getting this week's patch or if they wait for Season 3, it will be nice to experiment with them just a little bit longer. Also, there seems to be another issue with the patch as of current. I think this has happened before with either Season 2 patch or patch after that. Essentially, the player model is no longer the center of the intro or even the exit screen. So right now, currently, you're off to the left and you kind of go in as another player. Hopefully that does get fixed. Definitely seems like a bug there as that's only happened happen with certain patches, and I doubt they want that to be the case there. So if you have noticed that your player model is off to the side on the left hand side and there is somebody else as the center, this also does happen with the outro screen itself. Again, more than likely that is a bug and will be fixed in a future patch. Yesterday's video, I know I covered that new song. A lot of people think it's very reminiscent of Minecraft's soundtrack, definitely getting some vibes there, although a lot of people have pointed out to some AMVs with Japan. I think it's pretty set in stone at this point that we will be getting a Japanese aesthetic map or something in Japan, especially because of the skins that we got shown off during some of the pre-alpha and closed beta footage, some of that samurai stuff, and people thinking from last season that's what we were going to get, and as others have pointed out that the soundtrack sounds like an old Japanese RPG. But yeah, it definitely seems like this is going to be a change up from last season, and we will be getting that for Season 3. And I've gone over the koi fish discussion and some of the stuff on the maps itself, although we've had stuff with the koi fish hidden all the way back to launch. This is on the Las Vegas map where a user on the Discord pointed this out, saying, is it just me or these walls look like the koi fish color scheme? He also pointed out another image here, or another showcase on the actual map of Las Vegas. Rob actually did reply to this saying someone finally noticed, and it's fun to add things like this to the games months in advance, and it's really cool when someone makes the connection. So again, a lot of this stuff they've said has been planned months and even years in advance on the pitch boards, which is good to see. They have a lot of concrete stuff for the months in the future. We also have some additional last minute mentionables here. Again, we have some more skin concepts from Red Mask. This is over on the Reddit, and this is the Ninja Edition, he's calling it. We have the Frag Grenade here showcased as an explosive tag. Again, these are really reminiscent of the Asian or Japanese aesthetic there. We have the Vanish Bomb, the Ninja Namatama, which he says is based on the Ninja Smoke Bomb from TMNT. And then we have a dagger skin here, also labeled as Sai. Again, some really cool concepts here from Red Mask again. He seems to be dropping these at least once a week or even more than that. Pretty cool to see, and hopefully we can catch some of these in-game if Embark does take or steal any of these. Since we're getting close to the end of Season 2, I am curious on your guys' thoughts with everything, some of the feedback from Season 2, as well as what you're hoping for in the future for Season 3. Hopefully we do get some much needed changes other than some of the recent meta changes that people have been really wanting. Hopefully some of these newer weapons actually do add some balance changes there, as well as just kind of mixing up the meta. Also curious on some of your guys' prediction for Season 3, if we'll be seeing anything with that there. More than likely I will cover Season 3 or a recap of Season 2 and what we'll be seeing in Season 3. Hopefully I'll have something like that out in the next coming days or even this week. And again, as always, everything I covered today will be in the description down below. Overall, that should have covered today's video. If you like and subscribe, and until the next one. Deuces.